YTPC. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody is having a great week so far. Today I'm smoking my Peterson System Pipe, and in it, St. Bruno Ready Rubbed. This here is the very first bowl of St. Bruno I have ever smoked. I just got it in the mail a little bit ago. And let me tell you what, I was not ready for how moist that tobacco is. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting that moisture level for a Virginia, Kentucky blend. It's more moist than probably any other aromatic that I've even smoked. It's akin to a pouch of chewing tobacco almost, with the amount of moisture that's in there. It's really, really weird. I was not expecting that at all. Oh, almost dropped it. But, I mean, look at how that sticks together. I don't know, that is nuts how moist that is. I let the tobacco that I packed here sit out for maybe 20-30 minutes, and there was no noticeable change in the moisture level at all. It kind of blew my mind. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'll tell you what. I've had a day today. I got a text message about 2:30 in the morning this morning that a friend of mine was killed in a car wreck last night. So, as some of you know, or all of you probably know at this point, if you've been watching my videos, I used to run a cigar shop, or I used to manage a cigar shop here in my hometown. And when I went down with COVID for 10 months back in 2020, the owner obviously had to put somebody in my position because I was bedridden for 10 months. There was no way he could keep my position for 10 months. And a fellow named Jerry took my position. And Jerry was an older guy, but somebody I knew well because he worked in other cigar shops before. He was in the industry, so he's somebody that I knew. He took my position. So he's been at the cigar shop that I used to work at for about 5 years now. And I would go in there from time to time and see him and hang out with him and stuff, you know, buying cigars, whatever. Just go smoke a cigar and hang out. So we weren't, you know, friends. We weren't super close or anything, but we were, I would say, friends. Well, the owner of that cigar shop, my old boss, texted me at 2:30 this morning and said that Jerry was on his way home from work last night 10 minutes away. He lived maybe 10 minutes away from the shop. So that he was on his way home last night about 8:30 and lost control of his vehicle, swerved off through the other lane, ended up striking a telephone pole, bounced off of the telephone pole, and hit a tree, and lost his life instantly. So yeah, I've mourned the loss of Jerry. Obviously, mourning for, his wife, who is having to go through all of this. But it felt really weird on top of that because my boss offered me my old position back, the one that Jerry had fulfilled. Excuse me just a second. I'm sorry. I need a snooze. My old boss, the owner of the shop, is out of the country right now on vacation with his family and is not able to take care of much because of that reason. So not long after he informed me of Jerry's passing last night, he offered me my old position back at the shop. Which is even weirder considering that I also had an interview today at yet another cigar shop across town. I don't know. It's just been a day. And in no way am I complaining or making this about me. That is not the attempt. Not in any way to take away from the tragedy that took place with Jerry losing his life in the car wreck. But man, it was really a mind warp sort of situation to be woken up with that kind of news and then to immediately be offered my position back to take his place at the shop, which I don't blame the owner for that. I mean, he's out of the country. He needs somebody in that position to keep the business open, and there's nobody else that can really do it. But to be hit with the news of his passing and then offered the position back all on the same day that I have an interview at another cigar shop across town, my mind was just all over the place. It was wild. Not sure what I'm going to do just yet. I've not made any decisions as far as that goes. The cigar shop that I had the interview at went well. The interview at the cigar shop went well. I had an interview by two of the owners, one of whom I'm friendly with and know, and he told me he feels good about it. So I'm pretty hopeful that I'll be offered a position. at the same time, there's that internal conflict of wanting to help out my old boss and fill the position there. I won't go into any kind of details publicly, but the reason I'm conflicted is there are factors in which give each place, you know, their positives and their negatives, more so than, you know, that's true for any job, right? No matter where you're going, there's the pros and the cons, but there's some details at play that make the decision making a little bit more difficult. And I know that's really vague, and I'm sorry, but, you know, just, you know, speaking out loud or thinking out loud, that, you know, there's definitely some conflict there. But I don't want to say anything publicly, if that makes any sense. And I know it probably doesn't. I know I'm probably being unnecessarily vague. But it's difficult. It's difficult. But yeah, so gonna try to find a way, because I only knew Jerry. I didn't know, you know, many of the people that he knew or his family or anything. So I'm going to try to find a way to get in contact with his wife or somebody that can get in contact with her and find out, you know, obviously if she needs anything, you know, see if we can get a meal train going or something. Find out about funeral details when those come available. I would definitely like to attend his funeral. So, yeah. Definitely not going to overdo it, because self-control is a fruit of the spirit. And definitely don't want to use it as a coping mechanism, but felt like a couple of beers were due, needed, if that's the right word. So I'm going to have a sip to Jerry to relax my own nerves a little bit. I'm sorry, guys, that this video was a little depressing, a little more moody than I'm sure, you know, many want to sit and watch. But that's life, right? That's just the way life goes. And as best as I can here on this channel, I try to keep it real. I try to be honest, transparent. I have no desire to fake things or to be overly polished. I'm putting myself on camera for the world to see, to take part in this community. And I just want to keep it real, you know, just be transparent, be who I am. And sometimes that just doesn't look good. Sometimes you just have to talk about things that aren't fun to talk about. So I hope I didn't bring your mood down too terribly with this video. But I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys being here. Say a prayer for my buddy Jerry's family, for his wife, for those that were really close to him. Keep him in your prayers if you can, if you will. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. Anyhow, I'm going to watch a movie, finish my beer, say a prayer, talk to the Lord a little bit. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sweet smokes. God bless. See ya.